the Zigzag Quick Order, the very simple and easy to use EPOS system that's built into Zigzag. First of all, we'll set it up. So hover over your name and click on Preferences. And we can see in here, Order Preferences, we'll just click Quick Order. What this will do is set up to say that we need to switch Quick Order on. Now this will set it up on a computer by computer basis rather than a user basis. So anybody using this particular computer now would have the Quick Order box showing inside the desktop. So we can see we've now got the blue box that appears here, and because this is the first time it's being used, we just need to set some default settings up. So first of all, a default customer that the orders would get posted to. So we'll just use a cash sales on this one, a default salesperson, stock location, and a default sales analysis code. So you can do in your reporting, you can find out what's been used for Quick Order. These three tick boxes here represent how you want the input to be done. And on this example, we're going to use a barcode scanner. You can have it set so that it is a key in by product code or product description. So if that was unticked, it would expect the product code to be typed in. Do we want to invoice it, as in complete the transaction? So once the transaction's completed, take the stock out and generate an invoice? Yes, we do. And if you're linked into an accounts package, that would send the details to the accounts package. And do we want to print the conventional A4 invoice from Zigzag, or do we want a more compact receipt? And on this example, we'll do a receipt. So once we've saved as default, it's now expecting a product to be scanned. Now, whenever you load Zigzag now on this computer, this is the screen that you will see, Quick Order, and it's expecting a product to be scanned. If ever you needed to change any of the default settings, you can just click on the Quick Order there and the default settings will appear. So we're going to scan a product. I've got a barcode scanner here. So I've just scanned a lamp. So it's £49 and it's put this line in here. We can change the quantity, and let me just scan a different one. So I've tried to scan a particular item, and I've tried to scan 3, but we only have 1 in stock. So obviously you're trying to scan something that you don't physically have. So let me just scan a different one in. So there we go. So we can see now that I've scanned 3 items of lamp 3 in. If I needed to change the price, I can click on there and change the price. I could change the order total as well, and then that would calculate everything down. And if we needed to remove one of the lines, I can just click on the product code and that will remove the line. Scan that back in. So now we've generated an order. We can put in some order instructions if we needed to. We could change the customer, or we could apply a new customer or add a new customer in if that was needed. And we can also change the order analysis. Once we click checkout, it's going to ask you how it's been paid and a payment reference. So we can pop that in and we hit save. And then what this has done now has created, as you can see here, a very simple receipt that you can print out. So it would work on a thermal printer, for example, or you could print it onto A4 if so desired. So we can see here what the receipt says. We could reprint from here as well if we wanted to. And once we've closed that, it just goes back to wanting a quick order to be entered. So if I just go into our lists and order and look at the last order that was done on this particular example, we can see that a cash sales here was done, and that's the detail and everything else that we've just completed on this particular order. So we can see that we've got the invoice and everything else as you would normally expect if it was an order that was inputted in a conventional way. If I just go back to the desktop, you may notice as well that we can set it to be a credit. So if somebody has bought one of these lamps off you and they want to bring it back, we can very quickly do a credit scan the product back in, where it's going to and everything else. So this is activating as a credit, how the payment has been returned, and save. And what this will do, will print the conventional A4 automatically, as you can see here. So when we close the box, as you would normally expect, returning the items to stock, where do you want it to go to? Do you want to write down the value, what the return reference is? Do we want to return it to the manufacturer? So we could click on that and return to stock, and the credit process has been completed. So that's very quickly how the quick order works. Any other queries, feel free to contact us, but thank you for listening.